Sun, 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 here we come. 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 It's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. It's alright.
Welcome, everybody. Here we are again. Time to freshen up.
OGEbeats.com.
We don't use toilets to freshen up. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare.
Beats by SV.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare
Purchase your tracks today.
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh my Lord Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Oh my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, oh my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama,
Purchase your tracks today.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta-vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta-vrinda.
Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
In Bhagavad Gita, 12th chapter, text number 2, the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, those who fix their minds on my personal form. Oh yeah, those who and they're always engaged in worshiping with great transcendental faith. See? Transcendental faith. How can you get transcendental? You got to be transcendental, right? And, the Lord wants to make us He wants to transcendentalize us. How would you like to be transcendentalized? Yeah. First, let's start with seeing what it looks like. Look at those engaged with transcendental faith, and why. I mean, he's a very reasonable God, very truthful, just very, very logical. Engaged in transcendental faith. Yeah, very simple. Yeah, why is that? Yes. Oh, yeah, most perfect. Yes. Yeah, because they see the result. Hey, the personal form of the Lord in this Kali Yuga is his name. Yeah. And if you get the result of that, relishing that name, see, that's most perfect. We found the perfect path. Almost perfect is you find the name, you're getting close. Getting close. See? But not, yet close enough. See? You got to get this transcendental faith, which comes from transcendental experience. And you at least seeing the persons. You need to see an expert, man. You know, the Lord has made them an expert. Yeah. Because on our own, I could, transcendental faith, man, Narayan Raj said this many lifetimes to get such faith, because that means you have to have prema to really have, you want real faith, or you want, you want to see and experience the most perfect path because you actually know it. You know, there's nothing better than the form of the Lord. And then where people can see it and say, this person knows what they're talking about. I tell you, you come here 60 days, you're finished. You won't be able to believe any illusion. No false gurus, no putanas, nothing. How can you? You see, we do so real here. It is so as it is. Here you see the perfection of Prabhupada saying as it is. Otherwise, you don't know. No clue. They don't know as they say, oh, Bhagavad Gita as it is, and they present it as it isn't. Isn't that amazing? They present the word as it isn't, and they say as it is. Boy, see, a little bit of we pluck that hypocrisy out. Here you say as it is because people see as it is. Ooh, this name must be perfect, man, because this person, he loves that name. Look at that transcendental faith. Look at that transcendental experience. They know what they're talking about. That's guru, man. How about one of those in your lifetime? Prabhupada said you don't get one of those in every lifetime. Yeah. You get, maybe one of those out there, one of those thousands of gurus in ISKCON or something. Even Gaudiya Smriti, where they talk about Radhe, but no energy. Where's that pure vibration, man? Where's that ecstasy, man? Where are those tears and the laughter? All hidden away somewhere? Still locked up. Still in prison. Poor Radhe, she's still in prison. Who's going to liberate Radhe? She's sitting there behind bars. And then they say, and don't you ever come out. You're a secret. We're going to keep you a secret. Not my Lord, man. I don't know who you're worshiping, Narayan Raj group. My Lord ain't like that. Ooh, that was Vrindavan, man, where it's locked and sealed. Yeah, Lord Caitanya came to break the seal. Show the world the glory of the name of God with great transcendental faith where people can see this person knows what they're talking about. Not only that, the persons who come and listen to him begin to know what he's talking about from personal experience. There you go. You found the real parampara. Buenos dias. Buenos dias. Oh, a comrade from another Mexico relative. Buenos dias. Yeah. Golden cage, yeah. It's time to let her out, man. Prove that you'll give up everything. Everything, every misconception now. Give up the misconception that it takes many lifetimes to attain prema when prema is being attained. Here, even by my disciples and friends. Give up all these ideas, misconceptions. Why don't you want to, do you want to miss the mark when you can attain the mark, man? We'll make you an expert marksman here. You'll make you an Arjuna. You'll hit the eye. You won't be seeing anything but the eye. The eye is prema bhakti, man. You won't be seeing many lifetimes, and then you go in that mark. You want to, your arrow goes the long, you need a really long bow for that one, man. Yeah. Actually, I had my first vision I had in 1972, I think, 71, 72. I was lifted out of the body, man. And I saw this arrow going. It was like, like those pinball games, you see the thing goes, all the lights and everything. I was seeing all those kind of psychedelic lights, and this arrow was arcing through the sky, and there was a heart. It pierced the heart, and blood just. That love, that arrow, just we hit the mark. See, the vision was already telling me what was to come. 1971. See, we hit our mark here, man. Prema. Yeah. Yeah, and then Moses comes walking down, saw up there, then Moses looked like Moses. He had white hair and a beard. Must have been Moses, and a white robe, carrying tablets. I don't know who else would do that. Carrying tablets, coming down. Here, Gohari, here's the tablets. And Gohari takes the tablets. He says, tablets? Rules, regulations, mandates? Bah! Broke the tablets, man. I just added that, by the way. That last part where it broke the tablets. But I think that we're doing that. With tablets, what is this? That's the Old Testament, man. That's the old path, man. No, let's let the Lord Caitanya already brought the new path. Why do we want to backtrack, man? It's like here, people come here, like Mina comes here, Mahavir, they get the juice and everything, and then they backtrack. They go back. That's called backsliding. You slide backwards. Why are you sliding backward? My ex-wife also slide backwards. Yeah, but a few others too. Where do you think you're on a slide, man? You slide backwards, man. You're supposed to slide forwards like us. Ski. You got to do skiing, man. I see you every on my tablet. And then Moses throws up his hand and said, Haribo, Haribo. Forget those tablets. We don't need them anymore. Got a new testament for the Vaishnavas, man. Forget about the Old Testament Vaishnavism, man. What do you want to dealing with that? We have New Testament Vaishnavas. Who would believe it? Yeah, it's great, man. We'll make you better. All these guys. Oh, I remember there's a book written by Radhanath, he wrote this book. You read the book. I didn't read it. I just excerpts in it. How great he is. Oh, he's so austere, man, and that does so many things. Oh, and this lady who read it, I was in Mayapur, she's started to kind of get interested in my class. She said, oh, I'll never be a devotee, man. I'll never be like this. This Radhanath is so great. I'll never, there's no hope. Okay? The same thing with Narayan Maharaj. There's no hope for you. You'll never be like that. He was very austere. A nice guy. Good. Oh, well, they think it's true. I don't know, Never seen anything, just even in the writings, to be honest with you, I was never really, as a matter of fact, I would go with some things he said, It didn't feel right, And people, they think the same thing. Oh, I'll never be like this, because a pure devotee is austere. A pure devotee is renounced. A pure devotee has no sex desire, zero, except for a desire to be adored. See, that's how it's transmuted into, not into ecstatic love, into, I'm such a great devotee. You can't get out of the Lord's Maya. You got to come in the door, a certain way. Okay? Here, you come here. We'll take anybody, ordinary person like Gohari is just an ordinary, less than a carpenter. And the Lord, I just feel just like Paul, same thing, And Krishna and Radha come to me, and Lord Caitanya said, listen, I needed somebody like you. because you can't glory in yourself. You can't glory in being some big, renounced, perfect person. But I'm going to show you how it works so you can show others how it works and give them assurance and real hope. And we're already doing it. Look at this housewife. Balaram couldn't even impress Balaram with her cleaning skills. And look at her now. Look at this Govinda. The guy was a drunk, alcoholics. And well, he's not an alcoholic. Oh, he's an alcoholic, more of an alcoholic now. He's drunk on the name. Look at him. He's proof. The guy is stoned on something, but it's not on alcohol anymore. A nobody. So we're a whole band of nobodies. And the nobodies coming here and getting this mercy here are better than all those somebodies. Right there, Janaki, if you're around. You know, all those wannabe somebodies, wannabe, oh, I'm a Japataka, I'm Radhanath, I'm a humble pie Radhanath, I'm this, I'm that. And my disciples become even better than that. To humble them, because my Lord wants people to know the real path. It's not being super duper devotee. Mr. and Mrs. the maximum renounce, perfect in renunciation, perfect, no desire, nada, nothing. The Lord says, no, I don't want you to glory in your false egos and miss the mark. No, we want one Sangha here. Lord Chaitanya's Amazing Grace place to show how it is, where anybody can come and they become as good as Guru without a big false ego. Okay? That's the whole point. If you're not as good as your guru in the right way, where you don't got a big false ego about it and try to surpass them or be equal and all that other bullshit, see, now you found the truth. You found the real way. You found the real prize. Okay? Pure, it's called pure bhakti, pure devotional. Not to talk about it and then they go and culture the big false ego of being, wow, I'm so great, I'm a great devotee. And no hope for the other, because they think it's about being a big false ego. Their guru thinks it's about it being a big false ego because they think that's Bhakti Lata Bish. And naturally the students think it's about being a big false ego too, because they think it's Bhakti Lata Bish, and everybody misses the mark. And Gauri calls them out, like the emperor. You know, it says the emperor doesn't have any clothes. Sorry, pride, false prestige, looking like you're a big shot in this world doesn't cut it. You got to be a big shot. See, Goharidas is a big shot. Yes. And none of you know what I mean by that, unless I tell you. Probably. Maybe one person might know. Big shot. You got to take the biggest shot. See? Biggest shot. Biggest arrow, man. Strongest arrow. Big shot. Right into the mark. Deep into the heart. Make it splatter. That's the big shot that Gaur Das is. Big shot like that. You thought it was something else, huh? Everybody usually does. You thought it was this big shot, huh? No, it's this big shot. Lord has given the power. What can I do, man? Can't help it. He's given the power. It's his, can't help it. I see all this prema coming. And Lord, Narayana, I said, oh, many life, prema, bhakti, and all that. I see, the Lord must have given a lot of power here, man. I'm just observing. What about you guys out there? You got any eyes out there? Huh? In there, ISKCON or Gaudiya Math or Samiti or the world? Anybody got any, you Christians got any eyes or Muslims? See what's really going on here? Anybody got some eyes? We'll have Lalita Show present some pictures out there to test them to see if they can tell what's transcendental. I did that for years. I would put the things on, when I was in ecstasy, in ecstasy. What a beautiful picture in ecstasy. I presented, and they go, "Oh, I thought this." I practically couldn't get anybody to even like the picture, or they thought, "Oh, it's just another picture at best," or they just say, "Oh, this guy's at fault. He wants to show them." I would show the ecstasy, man, because it's so rare to see, even if it's in your own person. That's what purifies people. The pictures of devotees who have real bhakti, not these pictures of these gurus. Where's the ecstasy? I don't see any bliss on them. I just see like an ordinary guy wearing clothes. He's like a guy, like the kings. You go King Charles. This King Charles is a friggin' demon. The queen also is a demon. Literally, they're lizard people, man. Even Putin, what's his? Putin, the guy in Russia. He saw her she showed him that she was a friggin' demon, man. Lizard thing, reptilian type. See, and they just put the clothes on, and people believe in the cloth. This is the Maya, and you do that in religion. These gurus that don't have most of them, I haven't seen a drop of ecstasy in them. And they even speak like that. Now, when you stay here a while, then you go and listen to these gurus, your previous gurus. You listen to them, and you see their words are just dry, mundane material. There's no spiritual awakening. No appreciation of what is that. They don't know what it is. It's outside of they're like in the water, and we're on the land, and the fish is looking up and saying, "What are you doing? What is this? What is this?" Well, you're a fish, man. You're in the water. You want to become an amphibian like us? I can go in the water. Hey, the water of the Maya. But I come onto dry land, man. I chant Hare Krishna in ecstasy. The Lord protects me. You become like a duck in the water. You're in the water and you have feathers, special feathers. And the water just rolls off the duck. Hey, you want to be like that? Quack, quack. You want to be a yakety yacker? Speak about Krishna and his glories. Supreme Personality, I'm going to fix it. Okay, that's great. But those who fully worship the unmanifested, which lies beyond perception of the senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, unchanging. At last. Take the quick path. See, it's always about the quick path. But you got to get, the exact, you need the exact path. Not part of the quick path, the name, chanted by those who don't know, that don't have the transcendental faith yet, by transcendental experience and know from personal experience, even in the world. I mean, the Lord has showed me in the world that this is the perfect path. I tried Buddhism. I tried Mayavadi. I tried Eckhart Tolle. I tried all these seminars, the Forum and different things. I tried the New Age. I tried Vaidhi Bhakti. I tried Raganuga Bhakti with Vaidhi Bhakti with the Raganuga veneer over it. That was called the Narayan Raj group and the Radhakund Babajis. All the symptoms of Vaidhi in it, but Raganuga, we got the words without, and we don't, no, we got it, but we don't show it. See, not complete. See, Lord Caitanya is the complete Godhead. Now that's novel. He's the complete Godhead. Oh, we just say it in name only. Yes, Lord Caitanya is the complete Godhead. Well, how do you know? Oh, we have faith. Is it transcendental? Well, what's that? He's the complete Godhead. Well, what does that look like? Oh, we don't show that. How about we do it like this? Oh, we can't show that, but we want to appear like we show that. That's really truthful. Who would ever dare say that truth? No. People want to just believe what they say. Well, we just don't show it. It's too confidential. Who would ever dare say the truth? That's why if you're lucky, the Lord gives you intelligence to see the bullshit going on. See, Prabhupada had the intelligence. Actually, there's none of my godbrothers qualified to be acharya. That means zero. What part of one does none mean? And after he leaves, Narayan Raj said, oh, they're all acharyas. They're all, like Prabhupada. Thunderbolts. Now, do I just blindly believe Prabhupada? No, I can see now because I believed Prabhupada because I knew that he really knew, and then whenever I went somewhere else, I found out. Yeah. For those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested, impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. Okay? So if you look at the previous verse, two before that, you can see the most perfect person is one who worships with transcendental faith, the Lord. That means transcendental experience. You know the Lord. Otherwise, you can't have transcendental faith if you don't have transcendental experience. You got to know that's the most perfect. You got to taste it's the most perfect path. You have to have transcendental senses awakened to see that the name of Krishna is his personal form. You got to be self-realized. That's Gurudev, man. Why doesn't anybody preach such simple, straightforward truths like that and show people? Just direct them like an arrow to the mark, because the Guru is the mark. You keep getting these false acharyas that you keep missing the mark. You need a real acharya, man. You should ask the same question. Are you with a real acharya? Are you with a real spiritual master? Can he do the job? Has he done the job? Has he finished the work? Like Jesus, it's finished. And when we got the Holy Spirit, they got them going a little bit. Do we got anything holy here? Do we got truth here? Do we have the ecstatic potency of Lord Caitanya, which is Radha, the pure devotion? Just check all these boxes, man. Connect all these dots and see what you got here. You got it anywhere else? Is it in Radhanath? Can you connect all the dots you connect here, over there with him and Jaipataka and any of those gurus, any of those thousands of cookie cutting? Let's make some cookies and just put the little thing mold, Gurudev, thousands of pure devotees to deliver, and they're all going, that's hypocritical. That's idol worship. Lord Caitanya can't stand it. Prabhupada couldn't stand it. He even made so many comments. Moses couldn't stand it. No devotee can stand idol worship. That's why they believe with the word, thou shalt not worship, put any gods before me. You see, and the guru, the real guru is not the God before the Lord. He's the Lord comes as that guru, and they prove it if they're going to reveal it. Prabhupada didn't reveal it fully. Bhaktisiddhanta also, they kept it for this time. That's why guru is good as God when you get that kind of guru. Otherwise, you got all the imitations and people lose faith because of those bozos out there. The wannabes, the ones who believe false ego is the Bhakti Lata Bij. No. No. Guru is good as God because God comes as that guru, and the guru doesn't say, I'm God. No. They share the same heart with the Lord. They love the Lord, and the Lord loves them. Just like Jesus said, only the Father knows the Son, and the Son knows the Father. And in the deepening understanding here, the friend knows the real friend of all. And that friend of all knows his real devotee. Exclusive. It's marriage. Just like, the marriage in India, they put the shawl over the husband and wife, and they look at each other. That's why I don't accept anyone that is not like that. Just to put the name, I'm your deliverer. I cannot stand idol worship. Because the Lord can't stand it. That's why the idols don't like this. And the devotees don't like idols. So they do something about it. See, the Maya wants to make the idol to be worshipped, and the devotee says, no, I'm going to make the real conclusive truth worship, the Word of God. In the beginning was the Word was with God, the Word was God. Well, Maya's like that. She says, no, in this world I'm God. And the devotees say, no, my Lord is God in this world. No, the conclusive truth of the Word of God, the perfect figure of the Lord is God here. And that bus in the Maya goes, opens. Okay, pass. I ain't gonna, you have that transcendental faith? Well, I ain't gonna mess with it. I don't mess with devotees, real devotees. I only mess with the wannabes, the false. I bewilder them. I make them think they're like gods. And they're really not. They're my playthings. See? The Lord, if you're lucky, you find such a person who the Lord has given his transcendental potency to, and they teach you, oh yeah, this is what it looks like. It's the Lord. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. And he wants, if you come in through this door, he wants to give it to you. If you develop real faith in this preaching and see by being purified here, and then you'll get this potency too, and you'll be like this. You want to be like this? I ain't anything special. You'll also not feel like you're anything special, but you'll have the most special relationship in the whole universe that practically nobody has in this universe. Practically no one, very few. In comparison, there's zillions of souls, and you'll be one of those three, right? You'll be like the Bhagavad Gita, it says, out of many thousands of self-realized souls, hardly one knows me in truth, and you'll be one of those. The Lord wants to give you that gift if you come here. Is that too good? Yeah, it is too good, but why ask questions? Just take it. Take the friggin' gift, man. We don't deserve it. I didn't deserve it. But it's here. The Lord has given all of this. He's given this now. You think I can think these things? You think I can feel these things? You think you can think these things and feel these things? No, it's all mercy here. This is one mercy pot. It's one big pot of mercy here. Lord Caitanya's amazing grace, please. We're just in the pot of mercy, exuding it, whoever wants it. And those who know, they know. You see, they just come like that Amy and Fanny. They can smell it or something. They can smell the mercy is here. They just come right in here. They worm their way right in. They just come right into it. Shamaguri, he knows something's good here. Yeah. So, and if you start doing class, don't try to talk like this. That's like putting the cart before the horse. Don't try to talk like this. Power up. Get purified. Chant the holy name like Lalita does. You know, and let it all spontaneously come. Don't try to imitate this word. You can't do it. I can't do it. You come here and chant, get purified, and then the Lord, Spirit, Remember, some devotees they want to just go right into. They see that's the big teacher in them. They want to be the big teacher. They go for that. It's a little bit of a trick, So watch it. Yeah, no, get purified, man. Just chant in ecstasy, and then don't just come right out talking, and then you show how great a teacher you are. A couple have done that here. So no, you chant and read and get purified, and then the words will come spontaneously. And then you can't glory in the false ego, like that. Hare Krishna. Oh, I like this. But those who worship me, worship my name. Even Jesus said this. Those who give up everything for my name. See? Doesn't mean like, okay, all the money. No, hey man, we got to live in this world, right? No, but in your heart, man, this is your path, man. This is your God. When you speak to people, you say, this is who I am, man. I'm a devotee, and see that kind of thing. Give up for the name. See, your life for the name. You realize the name is your life. See, it awakens bhakti, devotion, which is real life. Otherwise, we got no real life. You got no real happiness. Not if you're a real devotee. It's this ecstatic potency. Ask Lalita, she knows. Yeah. This is a beautiful verse, huh? But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me, and being devoted to me without deviation. Yeah, that's so like the verse of Jesus when he said, those who give up houses, families, everything for my name's sake will be rewarded with families and with houses and with all of that. But you don't have to be a renunciate. People don't have to miss anything, especially now. Lord Caitanya wants to give you that without the hard work, because even a lot of Christians go into this, I got to be renounced, I got to give this, I got to follow these rules and all that. Even some, they have some ecstasy, but they're mixed. See? That's why I say they need the power of Lord Caitanya to clear up everything, to give to realize that the Lord wants to just give himself to you, man. All you have to do is do kirtan in ecstasy. Even Mother Sachi told her son, listen, you don't need to take sannyas. She knew it. He knew he didn't, but he had another reason that she didn't understand. You don't need to, God, you're an ecstatic. You have prema, man. You're doing kirtan in ecstasy like we do here. I don't need to give up everything. I don't need to be a renunciate or sannyas. I got all I want. And I get more of it all the time. I can just be normal. I don't have to do artificial things where I start to feel all tweaked, because, I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that. No, I don't follow that path. I follow the path of taste, man. Regular association with devotees, chanting the holy names together and depending on the mercy of the Lord coming. And it comes and continues to come. See? Because he likes to be with his devotees. And we have many devotees. I come here for the association of those who the Lord has given himself to. He likes to be with Govinda and Lalita and Shamagori and so many others here watching. So what is the principle? Where two or more are gathered in Krishna's name. Now, because it's Krishna's are. It's all universal. This is not sectarian. Jesus Christ, Krishna, there I shall be. The Lord, that special potency that most people don't know, will be. That's why I'm here. I want that potency, man. I'm only, otherwise, there's other potencies in this universe. This potency, man, transcendental faith. I want to see it. I want to see people chanting like Lalita in transcendental faith, just to see it with great fortune and feel the vibration, of that chanting. People have faith in these tones, the earth tones, the Tesla tones and all that stuff. This is 1,000 times more powerful. Devotees chanting, which is beyond all these the atmospheres of the universe. It's the hole has been poked. This way, this Sadhu Sangha, the hole has been poked. This is even more than the kick of Vamanadev through the universe. And let the Vaikuntha energy come through. No, we kicked it all the way into Vrindavan, and that energy is coming down. That Ras, Bali Maharaj didn't get the Ras being given here that wasn't revealed. I'm not taking shelter of Vamanadev. Even Prabodha preached like that, didn't he? He says, what good was this Vamanadev coming? And Kapila and all these incarnations. We got Lord Caitanya, man who gave Vrindavan. Vamanadev didn't give Vrindavan. I mean, there's a lot of glorious lessons, and that's why I use that. A lot of glorious lessons in Jesus. But Lord Caitanya came. He's the perfection. He's the full manifestation of the source of Jesus and all these other. The Father himself that Jesus talked about came here and showed more of his deeper nature. So why wouldn't even a Christian worship? I mean, you got any good sense, you Christians out there? That Father that you don't know, I saw that faceless Father. He's in everything, but you didn't quite see it. You just knew it. And Lord Caitanya, that personality behind the screen, behind the screen, the scenes, behind the scenes, came as a person to show, actually, this is my deeper nature, man. I want to be personal with you. I want to show you this other side of myself that I like the most. They're very informal, very like you and I are really close friends, intimate friends. Oh man, woohoo, are we lucky? Hey, duckies, lucky duckies. Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, that Lord, man, came as a it'd be more intimacy, man. This is like, see, this is what we want in this world. And the Lord says, they want intimacy in this world, but look what it does. Look at the result of it. Ask Lalita, intimacy with, she thought it was going to be happily ever after, but boy, man, no, this is happily ever after. Isn't that amazing there, Lalita? This relationship with Krishna.
It's amazing, Guru Raj. It's like, Chaitanya.
Yeah. And she's naughty, man. She wants to seduce Krishna. Oh, is that naughty? That is so Shamaguri. That is so disrespectful. I can't believe she says these things. Seduce Krishna. You Vaidis out there, you should go and reprimand her. You should tell her that is so disrespectful to have such a concept. They would, in ISKCON, they would never even dream of such an activity. Right there, Shamaguri, they would never dream of seducing God. And she's no hypocrite. I see her seduce the Lord every day, man. I didn't say anything. I didn't want to. I let her, just.
You wait for a while and before chastising me.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. I just watched it. the act. Every day seducing the Lord. And he, it's just like, a guy. To be honest, men they love to be seduced. They fall right into the trap. They love it, man. It's a ras. And then they complain later, She seduced me. Ah.
He won't complain. He's always coming back.
Yeah, he's always come back. He likes it, man. Because it's transcendental, it's spiritual. There's no fault in that. Yeah, it's only in the world. Everything is full of fault in the world, That's why you see loving affairs are the highest ras. The gopis are married and they go see Krishna. You're not materially, that is bad. You do that. That's why if you project your ideas there. No, it's pure there because Krishna's even their husbands, it's their God. So there's no fault because that Lord is our family member, intimate family member. And for the gopis, he's the most intimate family member, transcends family relations. You see that even here if you have a relationship, you have a husband, and then you have Krishna as your real husband, you'll have your affair. You won't give up. The husband can't say, "Oh, you give up that relationship." No, you won't. No. A lot of times they won't even know you have the relationship. Or they won't acknowledge it, right? And the Balaram would never acknowledge it.
They have no idea. They have no idea.
No. He thought he was the husband. Not really. It's just a show. That's like Abhimanyu. Is it Abhiram? Abhimanyu?
Abhimanyu.
Abhimanyu. It's just a big show. He's like not even really real. The real relationship is Radha's relationship with Krishna. Amy Rose, the guys don't complain if the seducing doesn't stop. They only complain when it's not happening anymore. Yeah, you know about that. It's not Lucky ducky, come on, Chucky. All right, what else have we got here? Yeah, but those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation. Yeah, he committed, man, not thinking, well, I'm going to leave. I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to do this. I don't know. Is this real what Gohari and these friends are doing? See? No, this is real. This is transcendental. And when you really get that and fix your mind because see, that's what you get here. You'll see that what we know is where the real shelter is. Okay? This is where you want a strong heart. You come here with the lion hearts. We have lion hearts because we understand many things, many devotees here. You hang out with the lion heart. You want a lion heart? Well, the Lord has a lion heart. He shares his lion heart with his real devotees. That's what this heart here, otherwise it'd be weak. I know what weakness of heart is. When I didn't have this relationship like this and have this transcendental faith, weak-hearted, man. Yeah, just a mouse. Poof, you're a mouse. And when you find this path and then you leave it, in other words, you don't really imbibe it till its end, which is the beginning, actually. Then you become a mouse again. You go right into illusion. Those who lose faith, it says, those who lose faith in this path. This is the path Bhagavad Gita is talking about. Go back into illusion. How do you know? Yeah, well, I'll use some examples. Yeah, Mahavir, you're in illusion, man, when you say Lalita Ganga is a fool. You're in illusion, man. You're in a big illusion, man. You become a mouse again. I don't care how many rules you're doing every day, doing your deity worships and everything. You're just a stereotypical Brahmin. And that goes for all of you, Meena and all you guys who leave this path. And you prove it. Oh yeah, what they're doing is not very good. Ah, what hypocrisy. And then you see when she was getting it, you saw that thing, and then she writes, oh, nobody speaks like this. You're right, nobody does. What happened to your understanding? You lost it. You see how it works here, Shamaguri? You can lose this. Like, I know, I've done it. Been there, done that. Try to help people. Because some people, when they lose it, they never come back. I lost it, but I had bhakti before and it brought me back. A lot of people don't have the strength. You know, you might lose it for this lifetime. My ex-wife probably won't come back. Mahavira probably won't come back. They didn't get it enough. In another life, they will. Yeah, there's the Narayan Maharaj path. Many lifetimes, right? So I'd like everybody, you know, that's why, you know, we're working on this, make sure, you know, try to do our best to keep people on the path. Yeah, but if destiny comes and they do, yeah, okay, what are you going to do? It is what it is. But we're fishing, right? A good fisherman tries to keep the fish on the hook and reel it in and put it on a boat on the bank of the, you know, we're on the Yamuna fishing, man, and put it on the fish on the bank where it can sit there and look at Krishna and get some real eyes. See, realization, realize, and real, you know, where your life and soul is the Lord. See, and now you're fixed in this. Now we did our work. Fish becomes amphibious. He called me a fool because I called my guru the son of God. Yeah, you see, the fool, yeah. Yeah. Oh, we don't like that. See, they don't like that. Yeah. He thinks he's the son of God. Oh, no, I would never think that. As soon as you promote your understanding or your teaching above a person who is actually giving a transcendental knowledge and ecstasy and all that, then you're trying to be God. You're imitating Guru. You want people to see, he wanted you to follow his path. You're a fool. Follow this path. Just believe my word. See, become offensive like I am towards Guru by believing my word. That's how it works. That's how Maya works. Because if you believe that word is authority, then that becomes your God. In other words, Maya does. Because this is true. This is real. Yeah, this is transcendental. We prove it every day. So this is the weak people. They believe in the words of the real fools who are projecting their foolishness. See? No, it's just projecting. It's the same statement. If you are empowered by the transcendental Lord, what Bhagavad Gita says happens. Fools deride me when I descend in my human form. The Lord uses the real guru. That is his form here in the world. Fools deride them. So he's just speaking about himself, right? He just pointed it out, right? You don't go and call him a fool, even though he is. I'll call him a fool because he is, for the teaching's sake, for his benefit. Otherwise, you know, we try to get the old geezer before they pass. You know? Yeah, he was a nice guy. I liked the guy. We had a lot of fun together, you know? I don't like losing.
Such a nice musician.
Yeah, beautiful musician. We even use his song every day. Be nice to have him back. Almost got him back, but he brought that Brahmin pride with him, you know, because of his associating with these guys. You know, that one guy, he associates with that guy that writes the poetry about Radharani. He has no idea of Radharani, you know, just proud, you know. Yeah. Again, like, you know, he's like a big teacher and yoga and people, the neophytes come. So the neophytes come to these guys. Okay, you know, so that's your work for a while if you want, you know, okay, do it. We're here. Your good fortune if some of your students come here and then convert you. That's what, like the wives of the Brahmins. The Brahmins wouldn't go. The wives went to the cowherd, the ecstatic cowherd boys. See, we teach the real Bhagavatam. They went to the cowherd boys and became love of God. They got love of God very quickly, too, just like here, very quickly. It's always the same thing. See, we're the Bhagavatam in living color here, by the way, in life. You know, the living book. See, very quickly people get love of God. They got very quickly, and they came back to the Brahmin, their husbands, and the husbands thought, boy, they got this love of God. We heard about this in the Vedas, but we thought we'd get it through our pujas and rules and regulations and all that. See? And they just went to the cowherd boys. Oh, the ecstatic cowherd boys. And we preached the same thing. You notice? Oh, you got something here like that. Ecstatic cowherd boys and girls. Do we not show you there? I mean, how much, what kind of ecstasy is that you're thinking and dreaming about in your mind? How do you think it would show up? Well, we don't know. We just know it's not like that. Well, what does it look like? Well, we don't know. We just know it's like that. See, the pride, the stupidity of the proud. See, that's Maya. When the Maya's got you by the neck, she makes you a fool like that. Not even logical. Well, just show us something less sahaja than this. Oh, no, we'll show you something less. You go to the Narayan Maharaj group. That's sahaja, my friends. You know what sahaja means? You're acting on a platform you're not. See, this is a tricky thing. Just to tell you the way Maya works. The Lord's giving all this. This is gifts today. That's sahaja. Why? Because you're acting on the platform you're not. You're inferring to people, oh, he's so ecstatic. It's so hypocritical. He's so ecstatic. He's in Vrindavan Ras, but he's like Rupa Goswami, wants to hold it back and not show it. Oh, what a great devotee. See, that's sahaja. Because it's not real. They just want to infer that they're an advanced devotee, but not really say it. You know, we're not really saying, oh, but they'll take the title. Oh, yeah, we're Guru Devs. We're Acharyas and Srilas. That's called sahaja. And because this is so high, this mercy is so great, you would have to do austerities for 60,000 years, like Vasudeva and Devaki. And they didn't even get this level of the ras that Lord Caitanya gave. All you have to do is come to the right place, and that place is here, and receive the gift. Because every day you're coming to a marriage, every day we're marrying Krishna. You remember that pastime, Lalita, in there? The marriage ceremony?
It's a daily commitment. Yeah.
Yeah. See, in the marriage ceremony of the Lord Caitanya and Lakshmi, or Vishnu Priya, which it doesn't matter, either one of those. When they got married, they have the celebration. See, we have the celebration. And we're getting married every day, actually. It's just every day's new marriage. Okay? So what happens? Lord Caitanya came and he gave the gifts to the Brahmins. Every time the Brahmins would come, he would give the gifts. See, this is the gift. See? So the gift is, and you see, it's the Lord, he gives the gift because you're coming to the marriage. That's called Sadhu Sangha. You're coming to the marriage that we're marrying Krishna every day. Well, you just want to get married once? Well, that's why it's called an affair. We have this very, in marriage it gets old more or less, because you get into the oxytocin phase, the honeymoon phase, and then it's finished. The whole world is like that. But this is always ever fresh every day. An affair with Krishna. That's why it's not, they don't use the word marriage. It's the ultimate is the affair. We're having loving affairs every day, just always fresh, exciting, ecstatic. Okay? Loving affairs. It's not stagnant. Rasa dance. This is a rasa dance here. We just communing with Krishna, and then, we have this loving affairs. Man. Talk about your beloved, discuss Krishna, discuss all these truths for the welfare of others. Look how many revelations come here. Can you imagine? What are you? So many revelations every day. Somebody should write these down. Really. Those who worship me, giving up their activities unto me, being devoted to me without deviation. Yeah, and so the Lord wants. This is called Bhakti Lata Beach. A lot of when I was in the ISKCON thing, this is the way they think. Well, let me imitate that. Let me do it by force. See, let me force myself to give up all my activities. Hare Krishna all day long. But they don't really have any attraction. Let me just do all these rules and regulations and by force, by discipline. And they think, wow, this is a great devotee, man. By force, they're doing like this. Yeah. Well, the Lord Caitanya gave a new way. He came to give Bhakti Lata Bij, and that Bhakti Lata Bij is the secret of our success. It's a secret of your success. See, Bhakti Lata Bij, you get here. It's the attraction that the Guru has, that the real associate of the Lord has for Lord Caitanya. It gives you, I want to give up some of my activities to the Krishna. I just naturally want to chant his name. I naturally want to come to Sadhu Sangha. Oh, I naturally want to give up more of my activities for this. Oh, I want to even give up more. See, the more attraction, it builds more. I want to give up more of my activities. Oh, this is so fun. Yeah, not a discipline anymore. It's a fun activity. It's fun. It's like, let's go play in a sandbox. Of course, we're little kids. We love to do that. Right? Let's go on a merry-go-round. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, so I remember when I was in school and as a little kid, let's go play tetherball. I loved hitting that ball and go around the thing there. And whatever happened to those tetherball courts, man? They disappeared. So I have a lot of fun. This is what we do here. We come here to play games. Liberate people by doing it. It's great, man. See, it's not like by the force of bhakti. Actually, there's got to be some force. Could be the force of faith in the rules because you're afraid. Usually, there's fear in that. I don't want to go to I don't want to go to hell, man. I read about hell, man. Go read 5th canto. You want to be boiled in Kumbhakak, that place. Boiled in oil because you thought about sex. They really. Even Bhakti Vinod, he said, well, I think those things are the Brahmins got in there and just kind of made it a little bit more severe than it probably is to encourage people, to come. It's kind of like you ever see these fire and brimstone preachers and the Christians, you're going to go to hell forever and ever, that kind of thing. Kind of scare people into like worshiping God. Don't eat those onions or then you're going to go to hell, man. Oh, you check the labels on all that cheese in the store. Make sure there's not a minuscule piece of rennet in there. Cow's stomach. Oh, you cannot offer that to Krishna. No. I remember when I was in ISKCON, I go in the store completely on a mental platform. I have to look at every friggin' label, even on natural things, make sure, Yeah. For them, I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. Yeah, and that's the perfection of that verse, swift deliver. You want to be, swift could be many lifetimes, because you say you meet the devotees on the path of Vaidhi. They teach you rules and regulations and fastings like Narayan Raj, right? And the Radhakund Babaji's and ISKCON, rules, yeah, that's pretty swift. I mean, many lifetimes, better than 10 million lifetimes in the Maya, and then you're going back into Vishnu, and then you come back out again. That's almost eternally conditioned soul. That's why, but here you're coming out. Prabhupada was happy enough with that. He thought, oh, well, let them get a human birth and then maybe born in a Vaishnava family or a demigod by doing the rules, yeah. But Gaurahari is not happy. I'm not happy with that. The Lord put me not to be happy and satisfied with just that. We're here to, whoever wants, you can go further now. See, swift deliver. Now it's the swift system. You know how, finances. Here we go. The financial things I learned. There's called the swift system in finances. But it's not swift at all. It takes days to get a wire over. You want to send money? They use the swift. You can ask Lalita, who sometimes she sends money over here. And it takes a long time, a few days, 4 days. The swift system is so friggin' slow. But now that's why, in the crypto, and that's why everything's going blockchain like that, lightning. Even Bitcoin has a light called Lightning Network. Settlement like that. I could send something to you in not even a second. It's there. Lightning by the speed of light. See? That's this here. I mean, well, it's not exactly that fast for most people, but it's very fast. Like lightning is like, better than many lifetimes you get prema. This lifetime, that's pretty lightning, huh? Devotion and attachment. All you need is a little attachment. You don't have to have full on prema. You just have to like. Do you like reading the pastimes of Lord Caitanya Samaguri? Yeah, that's all you need. That means you're attracted. Otherwise, you can't have attraction to those books. No, so we're building it, and it goes very fast here because you got some deeply attracted devotees to the point of ecstasy and praying. Why wouldn't you want? I mean, there are a lot of devotees in ISKCON, they're attracted to Prabhupada's books. But look how fast people go that were in that group, and they come here. Ooh, they just it's like lightning. See, the swift system becomes like this, Bhagavad Gita. For them, I am a swift deliverer. You come here, the Lord is very impressed with you. He's very impressed that you could see where he's really working. He makes a swift delivery system for you. And you feel it even here. You don't have to wait to die and believe all these false promises that these guys give you. They told me, and I was suffering in this ISKCON. I was miserable, because it wasn't where all these rules, regulations. I was already ready for Raganuga, And it was to me, it was suffering, just being around all these rule follower, hard hearts. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because yesterday, Freddie said, you can't have a burnout. I think he said something in this direction of when you do it with your heart, really completely devoted. But I know that you did this completely devoted, completely with your heart. Still, you can have a burnout if you're in wrong association.
Oh yeah, what doing the in the Vaidhi thing?
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't. The thing is, the heart goes, and then you have a new experience. The same thing I had with Narayan Raj. The heart goes like kind of dormant, and then you go into the rules. The rules become your inspiration. And I felt that. I felt inspired to do a chanting 1 lakh, but it was dry. And I didn't think, I thought, well, I was thinking, wow, I can chant 1 lakh. Wow, I can chant 1 lakh. But what was the quality? I didn't even think about that, just like they don't think about it. I got a sense of where they're at. Yeah, go ahead. Oh, you went by. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Yeah. Yeah. I got a sense. So this is Raganuga, spontaneous devotee is a much better thing. Much better. Yeah. And then in ISKCON, it was yeah, I mean, I lost the heart, for it. It's by association, it just gets covered, and then it gets revived. Like you said this morning, your bhakti got revived because you kind of got off. That's what the world does, is it covers the truth, it covers the real path, and you get lost in this. See, so you need to see somebody on this path, worshiping the Lord with great transcendental faith, worshiping and promoting the perfect path. You see me? Am I saying there's anything else? Am I saying, well, actually, astrology is just as good as this? Or Buddhism, oh, all glories to Buddhism, or Vaidhi Bhakti is just as good as this? No, I'm telling you about the transcendental path, the transcendental faith, and to be with real devotees who have that. And we're expressing and teaching the Rasa Tattva, Guru Tattva, that they're not teaching Guru Tattva. You don't tell me you're teaching Guru Tattva that oh, Prabhupada, we believe in Prabhupada, but we also believe in mundane gurus who haven't realized Krishna like Prabhupada. If you're going to have a guru after Prabhupada, he better be like that. Otherwise, don't put yourself in the same position. You're a hypocrite, a liar, and you're cheating people. Right? I mean, isn't that logical? You get a guru like Prabhupada, even if you didn't meet him, he's got to be at least that level. He has to be an ecstatic devotee. Like Prabhupada was an ecstatic. He's got to have the tears and the realizations. That's why you see that we have that here. And by the mercy of the disciplic line headed with Prabhupada, is we bringing it to the next platform too. We're doing that. That's the mercy of the real line. Is I got the go-ahead. Yeah, you have our approval. Has Prabhupada's approval to do this. Bring it to the next level, and you're not coming? Well, you're less intelligent. I just told you. Not only do I tell you, show you that the real mercy is here. You don't see Lalita there? There's a prema bhakta. Is that not ecstatic enough for you? No, I don't believe that's sahaja. Yeah, well, what does real ecstasy look like? No, don't ask me that question. I'm not smart enough to answer it. You're right, you're not. I look at Lalita or Johan and I look at the scriptures. The scriptures say, yeah, it's like that. Yeah. And then I look at their witness because they weren't like that before. And then they say, wow, this is fantastic. What a new life. So God, the person sampling the product is saying it's fantastic too. So there's another confirmation, right? That's the witness program. That's how they sold the Holy Spirit. You had to find people who had it. But then after 2,000 years, people started to fool people like they do in Vaishnavism. Hey, we got the Holy Spirit. Yeah. But they didn't have the Holy Spirit. They don't have the symptoms. But a lot of people don't know what the symptoms are. The same thing. Lord Caitanya's devotees had the Holy Spirit of pure bhakti, real devotion, right? And 550 years later, what happens? It's not there. Or they say, like in these Radhakund Babaji Narayan, yeah, we have it. But where is it? They don't teach about it, but we have it. We want to Radhes it. We'll talk about rupas and all that stuff without the ecstasy.
The most funny thing is to associate with the devotees who pretend to be a Raganuga, but all follow Vaidhi rules. And I say,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
but
what.
you are a Vaidhi Bhakta. No, I'm a Raganuga. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
didn't
that's what
know.
happens. See, it's been lost 550 years. It hasn't been shown. So here this is inaugurating the real worship of Lord Chaitanya brought here with this Bhakti Lata Bij, this that grows. You have to find people who actually have it and have the symptoms of having it. Well, that's the preaching now. Why, people just believe. See, because they don't have experience, and these people are playing a game in the sense, they're playing like they know, but they don't know. It's like they're saying the emperor, see, we're an emperor. He came out with no clothes on and says, you see, I'm emperor. But he didn't have the clothing of an emperor. The same thing, the emperor of bhakti, they have the clothing, they have the ecstatic love, they're the emperor and empress. They literally, both combined. You see, they have the clothing, which is the conclusive understanding of the truth and the ecstatic love. See, now that's the clothing for a real devotee. The other clothing is off, they're taken off. Like Krishna stole the clothing of the gopis.
And
Clothing
that's
is the false ego.
and
Go ahead.
that's the problem. If the emperor believes that he is dressed, he makes everybody believe that as well. He suppresses everybody.
Yes, it's a lie. See? And so they may or may not believe it, but they infer it. It's just like all the politicians, like that Newsom guy, and also that Trudeau. They know they're lying to you, but they look like they believe it. They act like they believe their own bullshit, but they know they're bullshit. Guaranteed, 100%. See? Because Maya's got everybody in cahoots. They've been, like, hey, man, this is the Lucifer's, that's her game. Or his, her, they got that kind of thing, also. They have the inconclusive truth and the inconclusive spirit, the modes of nature. You become bonded by your love for inconclusive understanding, for lies and cheating, all many levels. That's a whole nother conversation. See, but they know, but they're under secrecy. See, not supposed to say, otherwise they'll die, they'll be killed. More than that, they're tortured, and also their whole families will be. That's the rule. That's why that's why the secret is really kept. You got to have motivation to keep such a secret. Sometimes there's a whistleblower, and usually they're killed for it. But you know how these some of them become Christians, where they get not just Christian, they get an experience of Christ's love and truth. And they see, once you know that you're immortal, then sometimes they blow the whistle. And they tell you that's how I learned these things. They break the secrecy. And then they tell you, well, this is what it's been. But one guy, there's a rock star, actually. He blew the whistle and he was initiated into all of this stuff and all he knows and he did a 5-hour video, man. Very fascinating to load the inner mentality of these demons, these Luciferians, Satanists, whatever they call them. So they have their 5 hours, man. And because he became, Christ touched him, and he didn't care. Okay, kill me or whatever. I'm going to hear for the truth, man. Because he didn't want to die. Not, you get that. You're immortal. And then you'll speak the truth. And he did 5 hours, man. Very revealing. And he showed pictures, man. He showed you all pictures of things, I was amazed, things in the Hollywood and all that, and they're all doing this and they're doing this. And then I see it in the pictures now. You can see the movie black something, black with he's that Dwayne, that guy, the wrestler guy. I forgot his name, but anyway, they do this in the thing. This is an Illuminati type symbol. You know, it's the pyramid type thing.
It's
They
a
do
Freemason symbol as well.
Freemason or something, yeah, whatever. Yeah, they was doing it right there on the camera. I couldn't believe it. Right there for the kids and everything. Yeah, and yeah, it's all revealing now. I mean, we're living in a very interesting time, very amazing time. Yeah. So we got, so here you want your spiritual body, then you can transcend all that fear and all that. Let's see, what is this? Amy says, and where is this guy now? Just fooling around. Is he liberating souls himself? No. No, no, you lose the power, you lose the inspiration. See, this is the thing. You get the heart of the Lord, your heart of Lord Caitanya. That's why, Amy, you want to do stuff. See, you're functioning on empowerment. You get inspired now. You get ideas, and see, yeah, that's how it works. The wives of the Brahmins were able to see spiritual potency much easier because they aren't filled to the gills with egoic pride like the devout husbands, yeah, who thought themselves to be such great devotees. Yeah, I mean, that's what pride, when you see, this is how you get corrupted, even with knowledge. Even in the Vedas, there's a little corruption of the false ego. Sometimes a lot. Because again, you get smarter than people in general. You know knowledge better than others, and then you want to take control. You want to put me on the seat.
Yeah, they are not fed anymore. The spirit is not flowing, so the spiritual knowledge is not flowing. The inspiration is not there. They are not high thinkers anymore. It's going back down again.
Yeah. So this is a life group. Where else could you go? But where is any better than this? If there was, great. We would all go because the family here. This people don't know what is an eternal family. They're so used to having these temporary families. Even if you're with a family for a lifetime, something inside knows it's temporary. See, so they treat this like that.
Yeah. And out of his mercy, he makes it so easy for us. This is one more proof of the mercy. Look, we just have to turn on our camera, man.
Yeah.
He comes to us. We don't have to go to temples. We have to... Krishetaya.
Hey, get over here. We want to seduce you a little bit. We want to take off your clothes. We want to see you. Let's take off all these illusions here that are in the way. Yeah, just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always, without a doubt. I love that verse. It's so true. Fix your intelligence in me. Yeah, and that becomes easy. See, it's not completely revealed here. But if you're a devotee, you can say, yeah, Lord, I can fix my intelligence in you because you've given me this bhakti. You've given me bhakti lata bij, man. And I want to fix my intelligence. I feel I can appreciate your word. Why wouldn't I? I find shelter there. Yeah, man, I transcend the false ego mind that thinks, no, I think you're wonderful. I think you're great. You're the one. You give me real knowledge because I'm in you. You're in me. You know, I feel your love in me, and it gives me the right understanding. Fix my mind. I want to fix my mind because I find real happiness. As soon as if you're not fixed in the absolute truth because you got the feeling and everything, oh, it's problems. You know, so many. You start to think, oh yeah, let me fix my mind in my being, great person. Oh, my intelligence. I'll fix my mind in my intelligence. See, my PhDs and my mastery over the Bhagavatam and verses and all that. See, that's not a devotee's mind. No, I don't think like that. No, I think, no, let me fix your mind in the conclusive truth as it is. Yeah, real Guru Tattva. If I don't come up to this standard, my students should get rid of me. They should find the real Guru. I want to fix my mind at all costs. Truth is truth, man. No respecter of persons, not even the person here. You either come up to this standard or not. See, I fix my mind in that. You know, that's where the power is. That's where the real happiness is. That's where the conversion is. That's where you take people out of illusion. It must be that way. You got to see, all give up everything for that. Yeah, it's worth it.
That's going back to Godhead.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how see how practical it is how to fix your mind in? I mean, you just come here. That's what we teach. You'll also get the happiness of that, the power of that, the love of that. That awakes. Radharani is very attracted to that conclusive understanding. They're very attracted to awaken. Okay? See, that's why I take Bhagavad Gita and I preach it in terms of the mercy of Lord Caitanya to come up to that standard. It's very hard. It's a discipline to do it that way, Bhagavad Gita way on that surface. Just fix your mind and intelligence in me. Oh, you're going to discipline, and then you don't have the heart yet because you didn't get Bhaktilata Bij, and therefore you're speculating what the verses mean. You don't get the revelations of Bhagavad Gita 10:10 to those who worship the Lord with great transcendental faith because you're so ecstatic doing it. The Lord has given you the ecstasy. He's given you the revelation. He's given you everything. And and here the Lord says, you give, as Prabhupada's approval and Krishna's approval, you give that everything to others now. Am I holding back here? Or just giving you everything? Everything the Lord has given me, I give you. That's why you guys, this works so good. Everything Prabhupada got from Krishna, he didn't give you directly, but it's yes and no. He put it in his book. Same thing, everything Bhaktivinoda got from Radha and Krishna, he didn't give it to you directly, but he put it in the books. That's why he's writing and writing and writing all day. That was his expression because he couldn't talk to people. They're so full of false egos. He only had two mainly. One is Gorkashore Das Babaji and the other was Jagannath Das Babaji, both in our lines. See, Shiksha line. You don't know exactly who their gurus are. Doesn't matter. Their heart is with Lord Caitanya. You shouldn't matter I couldn't find anybody. But who is my heart with? Is it like these devotees? You see my heart in anywhere else? Am I a prostitute thinking, well, I think I'll go into this other path or astrologies or tarots and what do I need tarot for? What do I need somebody to tell me what my destiny is? Well, I know my destiny is always auspicious, man. All I do is we just connect with the Supreme Lord of everything, the source of all incarnation. How can I not have an auspicious life? How can you not have an auspicious life if you develop faith in this preaching? It is powerful, man. It is supreme. It is Bhagavad Gita in living color, in life. And you see, got a bit of a tan, right? Playa, man. Too bad Kamala. He's so envious because I in Playa. I told him, just massage. He says, I got to come to Playa. I said, just massage at least 15 old ladies. And then you'll be able to stay down here 2 weeks, and they have veggie tacos for you, no problem. And I'll protect you by the strength of Lord Chaitanya's ecstatic devotion of laughing and crying from all these beautiful babes here. Bringing you down. Even if you're brought down once, no, we'll bring you right, the ecstasy will bring you right back up on top again. That's how powerful Lord Chaitanya's ecstasy is. These poor gurus, if they fall down, they never get up again. If you find out, they're down forever. Well, he did this because they got no bhakti, man. Bhakti's powerful, man. You got to understand. It's supreme. It even says, even if my devotees do the most abominable things, by the way, we're not, just like he's not promoting to do abominable things. This is the point. Just understand the point. Even if this is Bhagavad Gita, even if my devotees, that's a person with real devotion, man, real bhakti, worships the Lord transcendental. Even if my devotee does the most abominable thing, still he is made righteous very quickly, simply by the mercy of Lord Caitanya, is this love of Krishna. This is Bhagavad Gita. What does it have to do? The person doesn't go out of their way to commit sins and everything. It's not. No. Sometimes there may be some thing that happens. So what? Some misread of the thing. Yeah. Hey, but bhakti is strong, man. People got to know that. It's not about like committing sin on the strength of the holy name. This is for the beginners to understand. Devotees are not, they don't go out there to commit sins and stuff. Sin is just mode of ignorance, But whatever they do, they're protected. And that's what the Lord wants people to know. He wants you to know the power of the Lord's relationship with him. He protects you in all ways. Otherwise, there's no meaning to him being the protector of his devotees, the life of his devotees. You got to see the power of the Lord here at work in action, man. Lord Shiva said, I want to see your Mohini Murti incarnation. That's the beautiful girl. And the Lord said, you sure? He said, yeah, I want to see it. He said, okay. And Shiva thought, I won't be able to resist that one. And so the Lord goes and bounces the ball. He comes as this beautiful woman, and she's just playing with its ball, bouncing around, and Shiva's looking, and all of a sudden he gets mad. Falls into the illusion, and he starts passing semen all over the place. Hey, man, it's Bhagavatam. You can read it. It says right there. It's a holy book, man. But what's the moral of the story? What's the meaning? See, Shiva was a great devotee, but the Maya got attracted to the Maya. The Maya is very strong, and for some reason, he just got a little attracted. He passed semen all over the place. And Parvati was there too. She was watching. Oh, wow, Shiva got seduced. And then the Lord wound it up again, and then he looked at Shiva. Shiva wasn't feeling guilty. He just went right back into it. He said, oh, Lord, you're powerful. That's amazing. Didn't lose his composure. Like he didn't go, oh, that's so good. You see, this is so terrible, huh? No, he went right back into his steady worship of the Lord. Yeah. Lord Brahma also. Look at Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma committed the sin he went after his daughter. That's pretty sinful. See, a most abominable thing. This is it. See, it's time for the birds and the bees for people. If you try to take advantage of what I'm saying, oh, you can't. You'll be lost for, you'll be punished. You got to be like that kind of person. Be really protected by the Lord. Otherwise, you try to imitate that, you'll get lost. You'll be polluted and you probably won't come out of it for a long time. But Brahma, he went after his daughter, and then because she was so beautiful, I guess it was his, from his, it's like mother and father, they have a, so he did something terrible. And the sages criticized him and started to come down on him. They were sages, but they didn't know Brahma was a pure devotee. He had actually pure devotion. He had realized Krishna. And it was just, even Brahma, he said, Lord, how do I keep from being contaminated by I'm going to be creating all this nonsense in the world and associating with it. So the Lord gave him a method that not. So this one time he fell down from that and became attracted to a woman, his daughter. You see? And the sages found and criticized him. See? And he did it again with the cowherd boys. He stole the cowherd boys. He fell into the illusion thinking his potency was better than Krishna's. See? But he was quickly rectified. I mean, very quickly. It's like, Hare Krishna, boom. Oh yeah, Lord. It's amazing what happened, Lord. Your Maya is very powerful. But he had her eternal. This is eternal, this relationship that the devotees have. The Lord wants to give you that kind of relationship. Even if something happens, still he'll be with you forever. That's what you get here. You'll be like Brahma, Lord Shiva in that sense. If it's, that's the, and these other people, they try to imitate that, but it doesn't work. Okay? Proof is if you fall down, I have fallen down many times. I tripped many times. And I tell you I've tripped, right? I've shown you I tripped. But look, what a miracle. Still every day having a great time with Krishna, making real devotees. Even though I went to Jesus, gave up Prabhupada, criticize Krishna. I put Krishna and Jesus arm wrestling and Jesus winning. All this, what do you call it? Offensive stuff. When did Jesus give up Krishna? Went to the Mayavadi path, went to this, did that, fell down with women. Drinking alcohol sometimes. But still here. Why is that?
You don't need to be perfect.
It's not about that. It's having Krishna as your friend. That was it for Brahma. That was it for Shiva. He actually had a Krishna as a friend. See, we know this is, I don't say the source of my power is being Mr. Austere like a Narayan Raj. And look, he could never do what's being done here. Not one person has the kind of bhakti, Lali, to prove it. Prove it, you Narayan Raj. Bring one of your gurus to show you got what Lalita has, or Johan, or so many here. Let us see this ecstatic bliss. Let us see some pictures. I tell you, you can look at their pictures, you don't see it. Not even a drop on their face. I mean, I could just look at the pictures. I look at his face. They don't have what Lalita has. Narayan Raj doesn't look like Lalita. Go look at their pictures. But people, they can't analyze like that because they don't have the potency. But that's the truth. See, that's why you don't see anybody getting what you're getting, because, it's here. You got the looks like your guru. You look like your guru. You have the ecstatic. Govinda, look, that drunkenness, that intoxication. That's Radharani, man. That's the real devotees of Lord Caitanya, my friends. And you don't have that look because you're not drunk on the holy name. You're not an associate. You're just a wannabe. That's why you can look at Prabhupada. You see pictures of Prabhupada in there having that look, and Bhakti Vinod and Bhakti Siddhanta. It's there in real devotees, but they're rare. Yeah, so you can either believe this word or go believe the other words, man, where you got to be all really, strict and austere. And then if you have a fall down, your life is over. That's the same in Buddhism. It's very much like that. In Buddhism, you make a mistake or this, you got to start over in your worship. See? The Vaidhi path is also difficult like that. You have fall downs and you're guilty and you feel ashamed and you usually never get over that on that level. I do every day. I can't do my, it's a whole guilt trip, man. Here you get bhakti, the Lord purified. What's that to him? He likes helping us. He knows we're down here, right? We're down here in this friggin' Maya, man. You don't think he's a reasonable guy? Say, yeah, man, Lalita and Gohari and you guys are down here, Amy down here, and still you worship me with great transcendental faith. You know where I'm really at. You're here. He comes here in our Satsanga. We recognize Radha and Krishna and Lord Caitanya. We give them honor and respect and honor, and we poo-poo all the illusions. Where is he going to find such good customers and people to teach the real thing? I mean, are we doing it right? And we're not perfect, and we show it. I don't glory in this. I don't in my austerities and how great I am. I glory in his pureness and his beauty and his ecstasy. His truth that he gives me and this ecstasy that she gives me. Lord Caitanya, which is both combined. Yeah, I glory in that. I meditate on those words, present those words to the public, as like a nice parrot. Present a parrot with a brain. Good at analysis. Vrindavan parrots. See, the Vrindavan parrots are different than the parrot. In the world, they got no brains. Okay? They speculate. That's a lot of these teachers, gurus. They're parrots. They quote the verses and everything, but they got no ability. See, Krishna's the ability in man. Yeah. When you're a devotee and in a devotional sangha like this, he gives you really nice intelligence. Oh, good stuff, man. Clean. What does Amy Rose say? Read some statements.
She says, Larita says that you are the Son of God, and she believes that 100%. And that is why she has the ecstasy, because she knows you are the absolute truth. Yeah, I know that. Yeah. I received that prem, so you immediately, there can't be any doubt if you receive that and if you feel this potency every time you come in this association over and over again.
Jesus asked the question to his disciples, who do you say I am? And it was only Peter that everybody was a little bit mousy, like, well, we're not quite sure. Some people say this, some people, they didn't have any deep realization. But Peter did. Peter said, no, you're the Savior, man. You're the Son of God. You're born of the Word, and you caused the birth from the Word. And so Jesus said, no man could tell you this, give you that understanding. Only my Father in heaven. And so, Father, yeah, go ahead. What?
Sorry. And you get more and more convinced because of how you grow and how the sun is revealing the Father to me
Mhm.
now.
Yeah.
Deep inside, even if I'm not in your association,
Yeah. Yeah.
because of this connection, the Father accepts me.
Yeah. Because of the bhakti. I mean, obviously, Peter had some devotion because without devotion, you can't get conclusive truth. Even the saviors are hidden by the yoga maya unless the Lord gives you the intelligence to recognize them. Now, how do you know? Look at it. You guys recognize here. See, you've come here, you've been purified, you listen, you're getting experiences, you're witnessing this deeper truth happening. And the outsiders outside that don't follow the process being taught here, what happens? They don't see it at all. See? So they're blind, right? They're blind to the truth. You're not, because you follow the process. Didn't Jesus say you followed the process? You listened to me for 3 years. You're clean by the word I spoke to you. It's the word of God coming through his real devotees. Makes you godly, makes you understand who God is, what God is. You got to be a person who worships the Lord in transcendental faith to be such a teacher, to have transcendental realization and understanding, transcendental knowledge. Hey, Bhagavad Gita 10:10 again. If you don't find a living example of Bhagavad Gita 10:10, you'll always be more or less misdirected. It'll take you more than one life to reach the goal. You need Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified. And then persons may counter and say, well, Prabhupada was, how come we didn't get it that way with Prabhupada? He was that Bhagavad Gita 10:10. Well, yeah, I mean, but he didn't. See, he was ascertaining the deeper things, but he didn't give it to you. He put it in his books for later, stored it. He stored it there. He didn't give it to you. He didn't preach it. He preached rules, regulations, and all of that. That's not what the Lord gave him that for you, to give to you, but gave to him these deeper principles of ecstatic worship, to give to Gaur Das to preach. He didn't give it to Narayan Raj. He didn't preach it. Or maybe just some kind of like talking around it, but not. See here, he saved it for Gaur Das. We proved that. See, because it's transmitted now to others. So now this is the full thing. See, this is Bhagavad Gita 10:10. And you become like this because I'm giving you what the Lord gives me. I'm not holding back. He's showing me how to get to the kingdom of God. He's showing me how to stay in the kingdom of God. I'm sharing that with you, right? So you get the benefit if you follow the process. Yeah. Who said that? Yeah, Amy was telling me about this stuff. She says, yeah, you just doing like this and that. I just do this. And she's getting the result too. She just follows in the footsteps. What do you think following the footsteps means? Yeah. Why don't you come up, Amy? Why don't you give us a show? Let's test out your new computer. Get you revved up for your class today. She may have a debut. Yes, she will have a debut. She said she would. I think she's going to do it. Test out her new computer. And by the way, ask your son if he can figure out a program that has a zoom, so because your camera is brings you a little bit too far away. Need you up close when you want to see stuff. Actually, they have programs you can do. He might know a webcam program software thing that you can zoom in and out. Otherwise, these cameras, they don't come with them. Yeah.
Shall I read another one, Guru Maharaj?
Yeah, read another one. Absolutely.
All work. Amy
Who is
says,
it? Who is it?
Amy says, all work and no play makes Jack a very dull boy. Beautiful. It's
Yeah,
something American, I think.
yeah. We do
I'm a
all
player.
play as our work. It makes it very lively here.
I'm a player, not a worker. Just play all day with Krishna and the gopis and coward boys in the forests of Vrindavan. It's all play.
Yeah,
We are
look at it.
made to play.
Yeah. She gets up early, watches your class. She's right there in your class.
Mhm. I know.
I got up a little bit late because, well, late, 2:30 in the morning. It was late. I got up a little bit late. Because the electricity went off, you know. So there's
Oh.
no fan, and then so I can't open the doors because of mosquitoes. You know, that's should have ordered a fan a long time ago. But anyway, I ordered one now. One of these rechargeable fans. Otherwise, when electricity goes off,
Oh yeah, you don't have a fan
yeah,
anymore.
yeah, then you got to have the fan. You have to have a fan.
I believe that.
Yeah, yeah. Here, if the electricity goes off, you got no water either, because I guess it's all electric. Water.
Same in Turkey, yeah.
Turkey too, yeah. Oh, the Turkey, ooh, that money is going, ooh, this money is like worthless, getting more worthless. They're going to Bitcoin. Actually, see all the currencies where they're falling, they're going to the Bitcoin because they don't know what else to do. You know, they just so
Yeah.
in Turkey they're going, they're doing their trading in the Bitcoin and other stable coins like the USD. But that's going to be happening more and more to all the currencies is all falling down. Then, you know, they're trying to figure out what to do, and they don't see the governments don't like the Bitcoin because they hate losing control. They hate it. Bitcoin, it can't be. You know, the currencies of the world have always been manipulated because they're in the hands of government. Government always gets corrupted, and here comes this Bitcoin. And some guy created it who disappeared, and it's the only money. It's now money. It's a monetary system more and more, and countries are now adopting it. If they got some kind of, some kind of purity of heart or something, it's the only thing that you can't manipulate. So you can do it. They do it certain way, but basically you can't change its things and add to it. It's all fixed. See, in America now, they just keep printing money and printing money, printing money. Now it's getting to the point everything's getting so inflated. Yeah, and Turkey and Argentina and other countries, their money is getting like they don't know what to do.
So for a long time going on like that in Turkey.
Yeah, 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 and also that's why they're coming out with these CBDCs. That's their way of trying to deal with this, but that's also going to be a problem, because that doesn't have any value either. They just say it's valuable, and people they're losing faith. This is part of Krishna's plan, is to get people to lose faith in shelters that have faults. And one of the shelters is his own government. I mean, this is Krishna. Krishna gives the governments because of people's lack of understanding of where is the real shelter. You see? So this is why this preaching is a good time, because here we get to every day to say, hey, come on, man. The real shelter's here. We show it. We prove it. Look at this is real happiness. Look at it. The attraction to the name is really, it's getting to be like it was with Lord Caitanya. He loved the name. He loved chanting. And I'm starting to see, wow, this is so lovely, this chanting. It's like, wow, it's really like you say, you didn't lie. It's like, my God, this is not just some fairy tale that, or some other path. There is no path like, getting the potency to chant the holy name and just keep adding. It's like adding more money, more wealth to this every day by chanting it. It just becomes more and more auspicious. Unbelievable. Thank you, Lord, man. let me pay this forward to my brothers and sisters. Can you please explain how we can transfer BTC from person A to B? Okay, are you person A and me person B?
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, I want to buy as much as I can right now, because and so, but I don't have. I've already bought as much as I could. So anybody that has extra cash or something, but don't be a problem or anything. If you want, send it over here, because I love. I know this is going to be so great, and I will share with others when it goes up. you know.
Send it in euros, Tom.
Yeah.
That's okay as well.
Yeah. But help whoever needs the help too. Whatever. But if anybody wants to share anything, I'm just they call it stacking sats. It's like putting in a bank. And I'm stacking some sats because in about 2 years it'll be like 5 times more valuable. So yeah, there's a bull run coming up. They call it bull run, and yeah, so. Yeah, I'll explain it to you, especially if I'm B. Yeah. I'll explain a little bit later. It's actually can be simple. Some people don't have a mind for it. You got to kind of maybe work at it, but it's. Yeah. Okay, where were we?
Just explain it if you're big, Guru Maharaj. Otherwise, you don't have to explain it.
Oh, yeah, I don't waste my time if I'm not B, man. No, I'll explain it either way. No problem. Since you asked. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Matter of fact, I just saw something. Yeah, I'll explain it later. I just saw a nice, probably an easier way to do it. I might try it myself. Okay. So read it. What else? Is there anything else?
Okay, I will try to find it. So Freddy says those gurus were never up. They only fell from their Vaidhi standards.
Yeah, see, that's the Vaidhi, and that's why it's not as strong as this path. That you see, the Bhagavad is talking about the transcendental devotees. Really, I mean, we go right to the essence, the how Lord Brahma and Shiva are, and also their followers. You get the same result if you become faithful and a pure devotee and become their disciple, and their you follow the process. You get the wealth that your father has. The spiritual master is your mother and father, your new one. See? And when you're born, all right. Okay, that's great. Yeah, hi there, Amy. See, yeah, that's why we get you on a Zoomer, so we get you up a little bit more close. Yeah, but the Zoom is good because then you can be wherever you are. Like I have a Zoom, see, like this, and I can go, I could be like you if I want.
Oh.
See? But I like to be up close and personal, man. I like to see everybody up close. Even Lalita should be a little closer.
I need to come and sit closer. I take my computer close.
Yeah.
I don't have the Zoom thing.
Yeah, maybe Freddie can figure out some software, or well, you can also get a Zoom, one of these webcams with a Zoom on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I just, because the software you have to figure out, but this here I just get the thing and it just boop boop, Yeah. So what were we talking about? Something important. Oh yeah, Lord Brahma. Yeah, yeah. So Lord Brahma, see, Lord Brahma and Shiva and their real followers, you get the wealth of your father and mother. And spiritually, that's why, see, you're getting the wealth. If you have faith, it's like having faith in your father and mother in the material world. But here, this is spiritual world. If you have faith in a guru, you're having faith in your father and mother because they're whole. If they're a real spiritual master, they're whole. They got the father and mother. Father and mother is the love of Krishna, love of God. Okay? So you get that wealth, man. That's why the guru makes you wealthy. They're a wealthy person. You ever say, I joke around, but not really joking. I'm very wealthy. I'm extremely wealthy. The Lord has given me the great, I know it now. I appreciate it. Thank you, Lord. Man. And I pay it forward. Anybody who believes this word, this is what the Lord has given me. He's given me his word and his ecstasy. It's his. He's given it to me. Just like the verse says, Lord Caitanya says, I give myself to you. You're my devotee. You love me. I've given you my love. I give myself. You can sell it anywhere. See, what do you think, Amy? Look at Amy. She's so beautiful, man. So filled with bhakti. Yeah. I talked to her yesterday. We just had a great time. Just like, I feel so related. Like, I feel like, where have we been, That's what I feel with so many devotees here. It's like we're really family. It's like spirit. I never thought they'd have a spirit family. Spiritual. It's like right out of the time of St. Paul. I always loved that way he was with his family there. They were so surrendered to Jesus, and they had the Holy Spirit, and they just loved being with each other, and they had such beautiful quality. You could read this. I mean, I love that. It's like, well, no, it'll never be like that for me. But here we are. Do you feel that way too, Amy?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel that way. Very, very much. I mean, this is everything to me. I'm also very amazed that I was found this. I didn't think that this was going to happen. I had no idea. I didn't even imagine it actually. So, but oh yeah, the connection, it's undeniable. And I have so much confirmation in my life, like with all of this. Like it's just constant for me. It's always increasing. I mean, I feel like I'm always repeating the same words when I'm trying to explain how I feel and what my experience is here. But that's really what it is. It's just always increasing. This bhakti, this faith, this is everything. This is the ticket. It's like I was writing how we feel about you, how we see you, like and what we experience from that. That's the ticket. It's this devotion. Yeah, the bhakti lata bij. You give it. You're so attractive. Everything you say, everything about your preaching is just draws people in. Not just me. It draws everybody in. So I was hook, line, and sinkered with it. And it's just always increasing every single day. It gets better and better and closer and closer. This intimacy just grows closer and closer. And I experience so much realizations. Like I'm constantly feeling like I'm getting more of an understanding of just the nature of what's happening here. And I am so excited. My enthusiasm is something else that increases daily. And that's obviously the best thing because like you were saying, we just want to be here and play here. Like we don't want to do other things. We don't have these desires to do other things. And that just is always increasing because this vibration, when we're inside this vibration with you and with the devotees here, this is like a channel, like we were talking about this, how this is a frequency, a channel, a vibration that we're inside of. And then we experience this transcendental potency inside of the vibration that you have provided because it's coming out of like your mouth, like so yeah, when we're inside, we don't, it's like when you walk away from it, even for a little bit, just because you have to do your chores and stuff during the day, yeah, you feel like that, it's just it's not that less enthusiasm. And then once we're back in this vibration with you and with this whole group, it's just right back into play and into this ever-growing intimacy and realizations and understanding. So I just, it's just so great being inside of it. That's something I try to explain to people, that about this concept of the vibration that we're in, the frequency here, because I'm trying to explain it using my words, like what it feels like or how I experience it. But I feel really limited with the words. And if my mind's going to be able to get those words to come out of my mouth, that's the hardest part. But yeah, it's another constant increasingness is the way I view you, like how I see you, my faith, my devotion and bhakti, everything to do with you is always ever increasing. And especially if I'm involved intimately with you in the vibration and then with you more, it's like I see you so much more clearly all the time. And that's the ticket is, I mean, you're the ticket here. So I'm just happy that I get to be in it and that I'm given these eyes to see it. Sometimes I'm like, why am I able to experience this? I don't really care. I don't care why. I just know that I am. Yeah, I feel really lucky. I've always been lucky, so I'm just lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you follow the process, man. You come here, you listen, and it's touched you. This is and that's the example. I mean, that's what that's the word you give people. If they see you went in the door, you got the result, you're getting the treasure, man. What is the treasure? Everything you say is, yeah, that's what the Lord has given. I can relate. Yeah, the Lord's given me this. I feel that enthusiasm. I feel like this, and you're getting it. See. So yeah, and all people have to do is whoever is inspired by your example will get the same thing. Is you're saying, hey man, this is treasure. I really like this, I've been saying for years, most people think, what is this? Who cares about that? But you guys are saying, no, we tested the product, we bought it, You know how you either buy bullshit, you either buy something. You ever see good products really well made, like a Sony or something, and then you find something. I got in trouble for this. I'll do it again. Something made in China. One person was an ambassador for China, and he was my friend. But somebody from China heard me say that something made in China, like this, like it wasn't very good. And the guy gave that ambassador hell, How dare you have a friend like that said stuff made in China is not made very well, But that's how it is, man. You have a guru. Is your guru made in China? Is your bhakti going to break, whatever they're giving you, man? Or is it something of quality? See, that's what the witness program is. You show, hey, man, the guy may look kind of crazy to you, but man, this quality is coming out of here. See, a bad tree doesn't produce good fruit. If it's a transcendental tree, is it producing transcendental fruit, even though you may not understand it? So the witnesses are important. Because what you say is, yeah, I can relate. Yeah, I think Lalita could say, yeah, that's how it is. Yeah. See, she's also getting these things. So I'm getting, you're getting, And Guru is, they're getting and they're giving. See, we're giving the treasure. See, Jesus said, I have more to tell you, but, you can't bear it, So this is the stuff, that people can't bear, couldn't bear then. And still people can't bear it, many of them. People are at different, positions. So why ask questions? We're in this position. Let's just keep eating, man. Stuffing ourselves.
Yeah, and like also like with saying, "Oh, you can't bear it." Jesus said they couldn't bear it. Also, maybe like they couldn't understand any more than what he was giving them. Like they couldn't conceptualize it. Maybe possibly because of the time period, just whatever the case is. They only could conceptualize to a certain level. Maybe like this idea, "Oh, I am the Son, and that's the Father." Like this, almost a simple, sort of a simple idea. And I feel like you expound on all of these ideas in a much more like elaborate way, but it's kind of your ability to be able to conceptualize it, and seems to be also the case. And I like how you said about the living example, like because this now we are the example. And I feel like Mary, like you were saying yesterday, how I want to help people. I have a lot of empathy, overwhelming empathy for people, where I
Yeah.
feel so bad and I will cry, and I'm just I want to I don't want anybody to feel bad, you know. So, but
Yeah.
I know I can't help people. Like, what can I do? I can give all the time I have, but that's never enough anyway. So I
Yeah.
can't help them. So now I finally realized the only way I can help is to be the example. Be the example of how we basically help ourselves, you know, got to put the
Yeah.
oxygen mask on ourselves first, which the oxygen mask is the connection, because that's where this is all, the help is that everybody is feeling disconnected from spirit. So we are trying to help them reconnect to their spirit, which is all in them. It's not, you know, it's all in here. So then I love this idea of being that example. Like, so I learned from you, then I could be the example, and it just goes down the line in that way,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
so
It's
great.
like you get the oxygen, you put it there, and you're showing the people, okay, grab the oxygen mask, do what I did. Put
Yeah,
it on your nose. Don't ask me to take my thing off and put it on you. There's one right there. Pick the damn thing up and put it on your friggin' nose. Don't take my oxygen mask. I need it. See, we teach people how to, because that's what I did. I just put the friggin' oxygen mask on. That's what you did. You just put it on. You said, go, all right, it's just putting it on. Let's see, let me put it on. Yeah,
exactly.
faith in Guru, faith in this process, coming regularly, like this, and feeling, the Bhakti Lata beach is just growing, yeah, yeah. There's now you're breathing there, Amy.
Yeah. Finally. Finally.
We can tell she's taking deep breaths. Isn't that amazing? Fresh air, right? Is it fresh air? Isn't this a fresh air? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's like from going from drowning and just barely keeping your head above water and continually drowning underneath, sinking like that. And then now I'm just walking on the water. Like I'm not, or, like I'm not drowning anymore, and trying desperately to keep my head above the water. So I just I don't know what, crumble and die or away, but that dying, it's not your body, that's a dying. And I was trying to explain this earlier. I was talking to Sim, and about hopelessness. Like when you're hopeless, that's that disconnect with God. And that's what I mean by, like, when you're drowning, it's like you're disconnected and you're completely hopeless. That is the saddest thing. Death, then you want death, but death isn't even an answer, because it's not like, oh, you're gonna die and then that's gonna go away. This hope, but you have to find this here. Like I feel like that you have to find this here, and you have to walk on the water, which is what you're teaching us to do. This is liberation. That's liberating the souls. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, because the answer is not in death. It's not like, oh, I'm going to die and now it's all, no, you have to figure it out here about what we're doing. Why are we here? What, and that's what you're showing us, all of this. It's incredible. Phenomenon. I like to use the word, this is a phenomenon,
Mhm.
because it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, sure. Ooh, look at Bhakti Tom. He wasn't listening to this beautiful discourse of yours. He was thinking, don't take my BTC. I need it. I ain't going to take your BTC. BTC. Sounds like Bhakti. I'm here to give Bhakti, not to take it. Yeah. 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 So are you going to go live today, you think?
Yeah, I'm going to give it a shot. See how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah. Yeah. Just push the button
Just push the button.
and you can start out chanting, whatever you can. And what is ever empowering, how you can connect, whatever. To me, chanting is great, and just and then just when Krishna comes close, then the rasa dance will come spontaneously.
Yeah.
Yeah, reading Chaitanya Bhagavat is good too.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be surprised. You'll just feel this thing, this out of suddenly, Lord Radha will embrace
Yeah. Everything always happens so spontaneously in this sense. It's
you.
just like we talked about yesterday. It's just something you can't plan. You just
Yeah,
gotta.
yeah, yeah. Why don't you read a couple verses from Chaitanya Bhagavat, since you got the new book here?
Okay, let me just. Where do you want me to read from?
Here, let's see here.
Okay. So.
Chapter 9
Chapter
of
9.
Majjhikanda. Chapter 9, and it's page 341.
Okay. Okay. The story of Sridhara. Sri Gora Kundra is the controller of the universe. However, not his own sake, but for the benefit of everyone, he has accepted the garb of a sannyasi. All glory to the son of Jagannath Misra and Mother Sachi, and all glory to his Sankirtan movement. All glory to Lord Caitanya, the very life of Lord Nityananda and Gadadhara Pandita. He is the most beloved of Advaita Acharya, Srivasa Pandita, Jagananda Pandita, Haridasa Thakura, Vakrisvara Pandita, Pandarika, Vidyanida, and Vasudev, and Sri Garba. Be merciful, O Lord, and look upon every living entity graciously. May the Lord and all his associates be glorified, for by hearing about the pastimes of Lord Caitanya, one immediately attains the supreme goal of devotion, love of devotion, love of Krishna. Please listen attentively to this narration of the Madhyakanda, because it depicts the pastimes of Lord Caitanya. Hear now the description of Lord Caitanya's Mahaprakasa Leela, his great revelation, for this fulfills the desires of all Vaishnavas. The Lord manifested the glorious Sataprahira Bhava, the 21 hours of devotional ecstasies. In this pastime, he wonderfully revealed his different incarnations. His astonishing feasting and freely gave away Krishna Prema to the devotees. All the Vaishnavas honored the Lord in a grand bathing ceremony known as Raja Rajasvara, which is fit only for the most powerful kings of the universe. One day, Gora Sundara came to Srivasa Pandita's house, accompanied by Nityananda, who was beside himself with joy. Gradually, all the Vaishnavas assembled there. Gora Sundara, who was engrossed internally, looked about himself, just as a regal personality surveys his surroundings with intensely powerful glances. The devotees could perceive the Lord's mood, and immediately they started a loud kirtana. On previous days, the Lord would dance in the ecstasy of a devotee, servant of the Supreme Lord. Then, changing that mood momentarily, he would reveal his identity as the omnipotent Supreme Lord. That mood would also quickly change. he would again revert to the mood of the devotee. However, today, to the good fortune of the assembled devotees, the Lord stood up as if to dance as usual, but then instead sat on the throne of Sri Vishnu. On previous occasions, the Lord would sit on Sri Vishnu's throne, immersed in devotional ecstasy, as if unaware of his own conduct. Not so today. Today, he did not conceal his real identity with the cloak of his internal energy, but instead sat on the throne continuously for 21 hours. The devotees stood in front of him with folded hands and hearts effervescent with joy. It was a wonderful sight. The devotees were fully content. Spontaneously, they expressed, "We have entered Vaikuntha." The Lord sat amidst all, as the Lord of Vaikuntha and everyone present became free from the influence of the material illusory potency. Lord Caitanya instructed, "Sing the bathing song." The devotees were very pleased and began to sing. In time with the song, the Lord gently swayed his head from side to side and showered the devotees with merciful glances. Responding to the Lord's mood, the devotees performed the Abhisika bathing ceremony. First, the devotees brought water from the Ganga and strained it. Then, in the correct proportions, they added musk, sandalwood paste, saffron, and camphor. Feeling increasing love for the Lord, they carefully prepared all items. When ready, with jubilant shouts, they began the ceremony and chanted the appropriate mantras. Lord Nityananda was the first to pour water upon the Lord's head. In great pleasure, he kept repeating, "Jaya, Jaya." Other leading devotees like Advaita Acharya and Srivasa Pandita bathed the Lord, chanting the famous Purusha Sukta prayers. The devotees of Lord Gauranga are very well versed in the scriptural sciences, and they poured the water to the accompaniment of suitable Vedic hymns and mantras. Makunda and others were sweetly singing the bathing ceremony song, while other devotees wept and danced, overwhelmed with happiness. The respectable and chaste wives were ululating with joy. The entire assembly was immersed in an ocean of bliss. The Lord of Vaikuntha, Sri Gauranga, remained seated, and the devotees, one by one, poured water upon his head, bathing the Lord. Usually, on such religious occasions, 108 pots of water are required, but today that number was far exceeded. Even the demigods arrived, not wanting to miss the opportunity to make spiritual progress, but they maintained a disguise, preferring not to be recognized. A drop of water offered to the Lord's lotus feet, even just in meditation, is sufficient to ward off the punishment given out by the god of death, Yamaraja. What then can be said about the good fortune of the devotees who, by being present, were able to bathe the Lord directly? All the servants.
Yeah, and directly, like now, we're bathing the Lord directly with the tears when you chant the Maha Mantra or these verses in ecstasy, and the tears are coming. This is like bathing the Lord when he was here 550 years ago. There's no difference because that's what they were doing. Even though it was externally manifest, that was their internal position. The Lord was there just like the Lord is here. He's here in his name. He's non-different than his name. And if tears are pouring out of your eyes on that name, you're bathing the Lord. That's why this is every day a bathing ceremony, not just once in a while, once in the blue moon like they do in the church. No, every day is a marriage, is a bathing, is an appearance. Everything they do in the temples is actually done here by the real living priests here. This is a living priest, living a relationship with God actualized in this world. Very rare, Yeah, very, very rare. It's amazing, actually, Go ahead, Derry.
It is amazing. Oh God. Okay. um, all all the servants and maidservants of Srivasa Pandita's house also engaged in bringing water for the Lord. The wonderful result one enjoys from serving the Lord was amply proved by one incident. One of the maidservants, a pious woman named Duki, sad, was one of the water carriers. The Lord saw her actively engaged and told her, bring more. The Lord was so impressed with her devotional attitude that he changed her name to Suki, happy, indicating he had taken away her distress. Yeah, that's like me.
I was just thinking, oh, that was Amy describing her situation.
Definitely.
She was
That's
Dookie,
me.
now you're Suki. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see what she did? She followed, associated with the devotees. See, she became part of the devotee family. She did the service, of bathing the Lord, with helping the devotees bathe the Lord. That's Sadhu Sangha. So you followed the process and you got the result. Now we have to rename Amy Shuki. Shuki Amy. Now you can help Mother Sachi become a complete Shuki. She's Shuki sometimes, but because she does what I was telling her yesterday. I said, Amy is she's a good. She's your ticket out of here. She's gotten out of that Dookie thing, and she had the same problem. She also feels this compassion. You felt this compassion for these others, and you want to help them, and it's almost painful, like.
It is very painful.
Yeah. So anyway, when she'll probably watch this class because she gets up a little late. But you can help her in that way because then she'll be Shuki like you. She'll become. So you're our first Shuki. I thought it was going to be Amy. I mean, Sachi was going to be our first Shuki, our first Dookie transformation into Shuki, but it's actually you. Yeah. Thank you for your example.
Thank you for making me Shuki.
We have to rename her. Shuki.
I was gonna die. I would have died Dookie. I was just gonna die Dookie.
Yeah, so many people are Dookie, man. Come on, this is great inspiration for the world. You Dookies out there, you want to be Shuki? Amy's your example, man. She's a Shuki. Yeah.
And they're all Dookie. They're all Dookie out there because they're disconnected. They're not. Yeah, they're missing. They're always missing. If they don't have the connection, the spiritual awakening, they're gonna try to fill it with people or things or whatever, and still feel like it's not enough. And everybody knows it. They know it, but a lot of them don't know what. They don't know what they think it's something material because they just don't have this understanding.
Yeah, you're in a tourist place too over there, so you can see these people are trying to have a good time, but it's superficial at best, and if not, they're trying to do these distractions, take this alcohol or stuff, and candies, cotton candies, crap, to be happy, It's all like illusions, but this is so true. In this true happiness, true entertainment, there's everything, man. You got entertainment, knowledge. It's like going to school. It's like the perfection of every good thing. Perfection of going to school, perfection of having loving relations, perfection of knowledge, perfection of entertainment. Everything.
It's true. It's the whole enchilada.
Motivation to get out of bed. I'm sorry, go ahead. What?
No, I'm sorry. I was just saying, the whole enchilada. And you're right, motivation to get out of bed, like a will to live. How about that big one? A will to live.
Will to live. Yeah. Get out of bed for some purpose. Mission. Get a mission. People have missions. Psychology says if you have a mission, you'll live longer. Here you live eternally on this mission. It's a better that. You want a longer life? We'll give you one, man. Come here, we'll make you live forever.
And finally knowing how to help people. Finally knowing that how to be the service you wanted to be, how to be the helper. I think, that's because you don't know. And then everything you're doing is just making it worse. The people are still miserable. Now you're more miserable because everybody's miserable. Like when you're trying to help without knowing how to be the help.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
now,
because this is perfect help. This is the perfection of helping. You help people. This is perfection of everything. You remember that saying, God helps those who help themselves? Well, here you're able to get them to do that. By your own example, you show them how to help themselves in the best way, not some lesser way. No, to get the huge results, man, big results. Whole enchiladas and big rewards and big wealth, pearls of great price, stuff like that.
it's so true. Bigger than they can imagine. Bigger than the mental mind can imagine.
Yeah, yeah. We have this new thing. We look at each other, try to figure out what we're thinking. What is he thinking? She's thinking, what is he thinking? A new game. Yeah, go ahead, read on a little bit.
Okay. Having bathed the Lord, accompanied by the chanting of the Vedic mantras, the devotees dried his body. They dressed him in fresh new clothes and smeared his exquisite transcendental body with fragrant sandalwood paste. They cleaned Lord Vishnu's throne, and after everything was arranged properly, the Lord sat there upon that throne, which was truly his. Lord Nityananda held the umbrella over the Lord's head, while one of the more
that's important to have a throne that's truly the Lord's or truly the devotees. The throne, the Veda Vyasa-san is a throne. It's for the king, for a great king. And the greatest king is the realized soul, the devotee. See, otherwise it's not truly theirs. And that's the whole problem. You have people sitting on thrones, and all the way down into the kings. This is the way the Maya works. The kings are really not. Who you think that King Charles is a king? The guy's a lech. You think Queen Elizabeth? They're all playing games. They're all lying to people. They started these things for their, these children's homes and all that stuff, not for what people think. Oh my God, it's something really. So these kings in the world, they're not really kings. I mean, shouldn't a king be just? You think King Charles is just? He's a liar, cheater. Yeah. Do you think these kings are just in religion? You think the Pope is just? I mean, let's be honest. Let's cut right to the chase, man. You think Radhanath or any of these gurus are just? Are they just? Are they justice personified? Are they who they are? Vyasa-san is transcendental. A spiritual master, is a person you give your heartfelt eulogies to. Once a year they do that. Here every day people say that to their guru. That's how good it is. That's how real it is. See, this here, it's all about to find the truth. The truth will set you free. That means you got a guru, a real spiritual master. You got a real spiritual master, not a fake, not a person that's just a good person. No, are you a liberated soul, man? Can you liberate others? Can you change them from dookies to yukies? Slurpees, where they're slurping on Krishna, man. Slurping them. Not slups.
I just put my straw. I just stick my straw over here.
Yeah, she has the power. She's been given the power to stick her straw right in Krishna. You're our first miracle, Amy. Return to Duke. I've been waiting this I thought it was going to be Sachi, but you're the first miracle. turned a dookie into a shuki. We have to have something right out of the pastimes here. You see, this stuff that happened then happens again. You dookies out there, listen up. I know there are a lot of them out there, a lot of many religions. Yeah, is your guru, are they transcendental? That throne is transcendental. It's for transcendental beings. It's for the king, the real king, and has to be king and queen on that throne. That's the spiritual master, the associate of Lord Caitanya. They represent the love of God in this world. That's, I mean, I know it's a high standard thing, isn't it? That's pretty high, isn't it? Well, what can we do? We got to preach because that's what we got here, you know?
Yeah.
We make them. We make love of, you know, we're making gurus like that. So, you know, what are we going to do? I don't want to preach a lesser standard when we can preach the real standard, man, right out of the books, man. Shukadev, we're making Shukadev Goswamis here. Amy, she's becoming very Shuka. You know, look at her. You turned her into a dookie already. Boy, God knows where this is going. Even she doesn't know. All she knows, she's not going to ask questions. She's just going to go on the road, right? She's skiing, man. She's skiing up the mountain, man. Going uphill, man, faster than one goes downhill. That's a miracle. Hey, that's Krishna. Vrindavan is like that. When you get a Vrindavan guru, you know, it's like that. Your course was down, you know, streams go downhill, right? They go down from the gravity, right? Go down. See? But here you get the power. You go upstream faster than you go downstream. You know, the people are going down like that. You're going skiing upwards.
I'm like a salmon who swims upstream.
Like a salmon. I thought you were kind of like a salmon. I thought something fishy was going on with you.
That's funny.
You're a salmon. That's what it is. Flying, going up the stream. That's amazing.
It's true.
Okay, read on a little bit. Let's see what other stuff we can uncover here.
Okay.
See, I got a second wind. I was ready to go off, and then you came on. I got a second wind.
Lord Nityananda held the umbrella over the Lord's head while one of the more fortunate devotees began to whisk the Lord with the kamara. The devotees assembled the paraphernalia for worship of the Lord and began to offer arati, worship, to him. Their tray of offering was packed with karamrita, fruits, akamaniya, incense, fragrant oil, lamp, new clothes, and a Brahma thread, etc.
Yeah, you know, it's so funny when you read that. That's what they teach you. That's the shadow. So they were doing this for fun, but they were actually doing it internally because the Lord was actually there physically. But that's what goes on in the internal worship of a devotee. New clothes, fresh clothes is fresh, ever fresh worship. You know, the paraphernalia, this new scent. This is a scent of Krishna here, these things. All of this stuff, you know, the lamps, the lamp is the shining heart, you know, the ecstasy, the realizations, all this paraphernalia. It's all internal. We don't need all that money to buy paraphernalia and build big temples and the deities and to do all that. And that's only the shadow. We got all the equipment here. You know, we're it. You become the empowered version of Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna says, I'm the lamp, I'm the offering, I'm the paraphernalia. The Lord makes us like that, the empowered versions. Isn't it amazing? You become Bhagavad Gita personified. It's unbelievable what's going on here, Amy. Let's not ask too many questions about all this mercy that we're getting here. You know, let's just lap it up, suck it up, man. Yeah. Otherwise, these guys are sucking up the Maya, man. They're sucking it up, man. We're sucking it up too, but it's very flavorful here, man.
Yeah, and we could suck it up and then like give it out in a way, like we
Yeah,
suck it up
yeah,
and then it like exudes, radiates outward from us.
yeah, yeah. Well, a straw is two ways, right? You can, and then
Yeah. Yeah. Spitball them.
spitball, blow darts. We go into the blow. You ever see those
Yeah.
aborigines? We're like those aborigines in the jungle, man.
Mhm.
They got the darts, man. And with poison dart, we got life darts, man. We right into people's heart. We'll wake them up, man. Watch out
Yeah.
for these aborigines here. We're like that, man. It's nothing special, but we're all out there. We got our little blow darts. We suck up the potency of Krishna, and then we boom, spit
That's
it
just like
out.
your vision where you saw the arrow go into the heart and then the blood. You're the one shooting now the arrow, the dart into the heart of the people, and then it like leaks the blood, which is like the spirit. It like leaks it all out, so then you reconnect. So that's what you're doing. You're spitting a dart into the hearts of the people, and then their own heart like breaks apart and drips, and then yeah, that makes sense.
Are you one of those hearts?
Yes, I'm one of the yeah, you pierced my heart. That's exactly right. And it just opened it up. That's true.
Yeah. Freddie says the salmon swim upstream to be eaten by the bears as the easy prey, one of the cruelties of the material nature. Oh, well, yeah, that's it. That's the cruelties of nature.
Actually,
Here, yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
oh no, I was just gonna say, actually, the salmon they swim upstream because when they're born, they swim downstream and then they live their life, and then to reproduce, they swim back upstream to the place they were born. They
Mhm.
actually do this by nature. Then they swim upstream during their like adolescence or adult year to go back to the origin of their birth to reproduce. I already analyzed this all very in a spiritual manner. This whole thing about salmons because I saw a lot of like yeah, like how we are the salmon swimming upstream to our origin place of origin, which is back to
Yeah, place
spirit,
of origin.
to
Yeah, yeah.
reproduce this like love into others.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, see, that's why we have this Sadhu Sangha, which is real. And proof is we're swimming upstream in the Maya. I mean, the Maya is going down. We're going up. We prove it every day. I mean, we're just effortlessly going up because the Lord has given us the real power. This is you can't cheat this if it's real. Real is you can't really swim upstream. We're really swimming upstream. There's a verse in Krishna's pastime, 10th canto. The flute of Krishna causes the stream to go to reverse course. The flute of Krishna is the real associates of Lord Caitanya, and they're the flutes, and they cause those in the water that are flowing down the stream, like the salmon. Well, not the salmon, but the other fish. They're going down the stream, of Maya illusion to be able to reverse course and go up the stream because they're listening. They're hearing and getting the power to go upstream. And that's proof. I mean, proof this is real here. People don't know what is the proof. Proof is, hey, man, I was in the Narayan Maharaj group. I was in ISKCON. I was in Radha. Well, where's the swimmers upstream? They're all, oh, no, Gurudev, maybe in some lifetime you'll give me the mercy. I can swim upstream into Vrindavan, And Guru, yes, you got to be austere and renounced and follow all the. See, that's not the real path. No, the real path is in the word, man. The word comes true. The word is spoken and it works. See, it's all done by the word of God, the real God. And then when people hear that word, they just get the power to swim upstream. They didn't have the word. They didn't give the word. We give the word, people swim upstream. If you listen to this word, you believe in this word, you follow the Amy path, the transformed Duki the Shukis, then you're up there, man. You follow that. It works, man. Does it work like a charm?
Yeah, it works like a charm because the word is what transforms your consciousness into higher thinking, and then the word is what is going to make you reverse, do that 180, and be able to swim upstream, like you said, following the sound of the word, and what the word is going into your consciousness and doing the 180. It's making the 180. So now, instead of this material downstream thinking that you had been doing, boom, all of a sudden your consciousness is 180'd into the spiritual eyes of thinking. And that's higher thinking. That's when you elevate your consciousness. How they always speak about going up the higher dimensions. It's this. That's what it is from the word.
Yeah, that's they in the Mahabharata, they taught the persons who were expert at with their weapons, like arrows, like Arjuna. They were taught mantras, and they would take the arrow and they would speak a mantra on the arrow, and then they shoot it, and it was an empowered arrow and would do miraculous things. But that's the bona fide recipient of the mercy of the Lord. Is they're empowered, and they take the word becomes their arrow, and they empower it with the power. The power is this bhakti, man, the revelation, realization, ecstasy. See that word, see, and they shoot that arrow, see, and that enters the hearts and changes it, and transforms it. Otherwise, their word, it doesn't have that power on it. That's why I was looking and go, where's that power in their word, man? Where, this is what the Christians know. When they got the Holy Spirit, they became real priests. Not, that's why they were empowered by the power of God. The power of God is that love for God, that devotion, that spirit of devotion, Holy Spirit. And so their words became empowered by that love, that devotion was a result of that bhakti. See, that's Bhakti Vedanta. So you're supposed to hear Bhakti Vedanta. It should change your course, really, ideally, from a mundane person to elevation into spiritual consciousness, where you're not into just a good person or the good. That's all been done, Oh, man, I'm a nice Brahmin, I can follow rituals and all. Come on, man, No, we're here for saviors. Should be looking for saviors, man. Who's gonna, can I listen to a word that's empowered with this devotion, this Bhakti Lata Beach, man, that's gonna revolutionize my life, change my course forever. Is your course changed forever there, Amy?
Oh yeah. I mean, my course, everything, my everything, like my whole way of feeling and thinking, because I was pretty miserable and just kind of wanted to die, to be honest. Like, this world sucks and my life sucked and everything just sucked, and it wasn't like I was feeling sorry for myself. It's fine. There was nothing else. Like, I didn't want anything here. I'm not like, if you gave me $1 million, that wasn't going to make me really happy. I don't want a bunch of stuff. I don't want the perfect guy or whatever. Like, these aren't, I already was able to see how empty everything was, and that everything that might seem happy has this equally awful, sad side. That's just the way this world is. So I was just done with it. And now I have this entire new way of being, thinking, feeling, which is like that I have a purpose, like this, that more things are constantly coming at me. Like, I'm more realizations, enthusiasm. I'm receiving now. Before I was just wasting away, like just hoping it could just go a little quicker, actually, because it just seemed like really pointless. I didn't see a point, actually. And yeah, of course I wanted to help everybody, but how am I helping? I had nothing to help them with. And because when you're depressed and not feeling so great, you're not like, oh, Miss Enthusiasm, who's like the greatest help, like coming out with all this great advice for people or help. It's almost like, look, I don't want to be bothered because I don't, so this has just like given me all of this, filled me up, and with, I'm losing my words, but filled me up with all this juice, the real substance of life. Actually, that's what it is, of real life, which is happiness and love, and the desire to be the change that makes things better, be the light, and now you've made me into the light that I always wanted to be. We all want to be the light and share our light. So this enabled me to also be my true self, like, let my own light come out and shine, and be able to see that it's a light and that I have this special thing. We all have something so special. We all are a special light that is specifically like a light that's going to be helpful for the whole situation. But we have to tap into it. This is the way, through connection to spirit, and then we are that light, and then we all just can be that light for each other. It's like that's how you make the world a better place, but it
Yeah.
has to start inside the spirit.
Yeah, you got to be a real recipient of the mercy of the Lord, and then you act like guru. See, that's guru. What am I doing? You're getting what I do, what I got. So and then you share that with others by your example, and we just pass it on like that. Just pass it on, pass it on, pass it on. Another example, another. That's why it's one by one here. We're making like it's solid. Otherwise, could you imagine if we had all these babies coming here? And they're all different levels. Some want to be name and fame, and you got to deal with all that stuff, that crap. It would not work. So one by Krishna says, here's one for you. Kind of work on them for a little bit, and get them up to standard. So we got Amy up to standard. She's up to standard now. Now she can, by her example, help others. Because that inspires. I'm sure a lot of people here are watching here and like thinking, wow, man, let's go find out what Amy did. How'd you do that? We also want to be like this. We don't want to be dookie, even in our Sangha. We don't want to be dookie anymore.
No.
What's your secret, man? Yeah. So that's how it is, man. It's great. Witness program, man, the product, you tested the product, it works, man. See, you become the prototype.
Yeah. It's always that way.
It's always that way. Yeah. Yeah. So, would she say, yes, that is the only way to really help others is first we have to be the change. Yeah. Yeah. Be changed. Yeah. Then automatically, that's what I tell you. You just you watch. Just like now, you just talk this, right? You didn't know what you were going to do. Right? You just turned the camera on, right? And then, hey, I'm a happening. I'm a happening now. It's just a happening. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Oh, Balaram Das says, ISKCON is missing a bet, not inviting you to preach in every temple in the world. Yeah, you're missing out. Well, it's Krishna's arrangement. He knows that we can handle what we can handle. Could you imagine if we had millions of people with all different levels? I don't know if we could pull it off.
No.
It just has to be. So, yeah. And if that ever gets to be that way, then that's what the Leela of the Lord wants.
Yeah.
Because, we're putting out, see, many are called and a few are chosen. So there's a reason for that, and I could see why, because it would be probably overwhelming for you guys too. Everybody. That's why even people here, they sometimes all want to do classes, and sometimes I wonder, and they still got some maybe stuff. Yeah. So it's all being orchestrated pretty nice. Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. It's we just you got to eat what's on your plate. Just take just. What if the Lord put a big, okay, you got to eat all this there because, being devotees here, we got to eat whatever's on our plate. So what if the Lord heaps all these people on our plate, man? You got to eat that. I don't know, man. It's too big of a portion.
Overwhelming.
Yeah.
And then that takes away from there's a lot to be said about the intimacy here. There's a lot to be said about this this small group, and because we develop, and that's in everything in life, like relationships, you develop through that closeness, and it's hard to be intimate when you're in a really big arena.
Yeah. No, it's absolutely right. Yeah. All right, so why don't we take a little break now, because we've been at it for 3 hours and 15 minutes. And my God, time flies when you're having a great time.
Right?
Hey,
I know. Who can imagine?
Yeah. Thank you for coming on too there, Amy. That's great.
Thank you.
And sharing. It's so nice. It's so great. Just each person that comes, they add something special flavor.
Yeah.
And this is where it works. Okay, so we'll play a song. Which song should I play, Amy? Which one do you?
Maybe we could do "Here Comes the Sun."
Here Comes the Sun. Okay.
Maybe we need like a whole playlist.
Yeah, exactly. Here comes the sun.
Here comes the brother sun.
Oops.
Here comes the sun. It's alright. Darling, little darling. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Little darling. Little darling. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun. It's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. 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 It's alright.
Thank you very much, everybody. Haribo. We'll see you soon. Can't wait to come back.